Yo, what's going on, man? It's free game all day, man. Like, subscribe my channel, man. Hit that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? So, we finna talk about something this morning, because apparently a lot of people don't listen well. They don't actively listen. I know that's a part of social media, like, that's just what it is. They just don't actively listen. They just hear certain things and they just go off that. But that's why I'm here. To explain shit to you guys so y'all will know what the fuck we talking about. So, what is a simp? Which I think is so confusing for a lot of people, because they don't have a fucking clue what a simp is. They don't know. A simp ain't showing no woman attention just because, like, it ain't about buying things and being nice. That's not simping. And what's funny is, I'm gonna tell you something what's funny. I guarantee you, see, like, for example, I guess it would be equivalent to a simp for a woman. If it was categorized a woman as a simp, would be, I guess y'all call it a pick-me. Whatever the pick-me is, like, I think, like, somebody like pick-me, whatever. Like, y'all call it the girl a pick-me, like, it's like, some shit like that. But a simp is basically this. And what's crazy is y'all have dealt with simps. But see, the problem is, it's nothing wrong with being a simp. Like this is the thing. It's actually nothing wrong with it. Like, it's really not. Like, it's nothing wrong with being nice, showing affection, showing attention to a woman. Like, it's nothing wrong with that at all. I promise you, there's nothing wrong with it. It's actually it's pretty cool. Like, at the end of the day, like, you expressing how you love and you care about somebody, and you like somebody. It's nothing wrong with that. I personally don't think that there's nothing wrong with it. Now, what the problem is with being a simp is that women don't like it. That's the shit that's funny to me. Women don't like simps. So, and why I say that, and some women, they sit back and be like, "Oh no, I want my man to care about me, to like me, to love me." But women don't react well to that. Man, you know how many women have had nice guys, had guys that they have dealt with, that love their dirty draws, and they quit dealing with him, or he didn't have a backbone. This was so fun about it. They just said this shit about Michael B. Jordan, calling him corny. He corny. What did one girl say? He looked like he, what she said? She said some shit. It looked like he know what his birth certificate, some shit like that. Women don't like simps. Like, the women, like, so women gotta understand that the reason why this is so vocal, guys are so vocal about this, is because this is what history has showed us. It showed us that women don't react to guys that well. Women leave guys like that. They divorce guys like that. You know what I'm saying? They the ones that actually quit fucking with niggas. And at the end of the day, when somebody identified, and then when they tell y'all, hey, when a guy be like, hey, cause, like, look, every guy, I guarantee you, every guy has went out their way and has, like, showed a woman everything they had to offer. And at the end of the day, I guarantee you, that woman turn right around and say some shit like that's not good enough. Or it's a guy that has, like, given her it all, showing her everything he willing to do for her. Good guys, nice guys. What happens? Women turn around and break their hearts. They turn around and quit niggas. They turn around and destroy their ego. They turn around and they just hurt him for no reason at all, because he's too nice. Because they feel like he ain't going nowhere. Because it's too easy. I have seen this. So let me tell you something. Don't no woman come on my goddamn video, commenting my shit, talking about, like, you gonna call him a simp? Because y'all the ones who created this shit. Y'all the ones who actually set guys up to where that they don't feel comfortable opening up because y'all don't react to nice guys like that. A man worth $100 million just made $100 million this weekend, Michael B. Jordan, and women calling him corny and calling him he's safe and he ain't no edge. But let the motherfucker be out here dogging somebody, talking shit to him or whatever, and then y'all turn around and be like, okay, he ain't that soft. I'm trying to tell you that's what it is. Like, but see, and there are certain type of women that are damaged like that to where they don't react to guys that well. Because I already know what's gonna be said. Oh, it depends on what kind of woman he did. He must be dealing with no real women. Look, women don't react tonight. Almost every girlfriend I ever had, the ones I cared about from the beginning, have always been really, really not acceptable as well to when I was actually being that nice. And not that I act mean now, I don't, because I feel like I have somebody solid, I deal with, and they recognize it, and you might have to go through all of that, but not every woman's not like that. There are a lot of women that do not respond well to nice guys. This is a fact. I remember this one woman, I was so in love with her. I did everything in my fucking power to try to please this woman. Now, true enough, it wasn't the right woman, but at the same time, I actually tried. I wasn't wrong in no situation, but the way she reacted to me and the way I reacted to her, at the end of the day, the woman probably gonna feel like, oh, I was simping. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he wasn't doing enough. It wasn't good enough. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, if women didn't respond, if it wasn't all about that bad boy shit, if it wasn't about that, a lot of guys, I promise you, would be openly nice. All this red pill shit, all this shit that's going on, I'm telling you, all of that shit, it stems from that. So y'all really want to know? So you really want to know why guys call goddamn some men simps? Like some guys feel like, oh, you can't be nice, you can't do this shit, or you have to have an edge, you have to be a certain way. You want to know why? This is exactly why. Cause I'm telling these guys over time they have tried this. Everything in their power to go and to do what they can to please a woman, to show a woman how much you care. And I'm telling you, all what ends up happening is they get slapped in the face. I got a partner, right? I swear to God, this man had did so much for his goddamn wife, and she still ended up leaving. He wasn't cheating. He don't go out. He don't do none of this shit. Like, you want to sit back and like they want to act like, oh, okay. You calling him a simp. Like he with a woman, you can't ever have a chance for, like whatever the little comment was. Y'all have to understand that every action has a reaction. And at the end of the day, simping comes from behavior over time. It all stems from high school, middle school, whatever. When high school, middle school, back in the day, what the girls go for? They went for the bad boys. They went for the gangsters. They went for the motherfuckers who didn't feel like they were cool. All of that shit. And guess at the end of the day, them same dudes, they dogged at them same girls. And then down the line, you see them same girls, after them same responsible dudes, they went and got their life together. Then they want to sit back and they realize them might have been the type of dudes they might have want. But then at the end of the day, like they probably already fueled all that, then bottled all that up, and probably feel certain different now. They don't even want to do that shit no more. That's why now that shit is labeled up under simping. That's exactly why. I'm telling you. You think I'm lying? You want to? I guarantee you, every dude on this damn video, look and look at the comments, I guarantee you, man, you dudes can contest to that. They have experienced that in their life. It's one woman they done met that they love their dirty draws and they'll do anything for them. You know what I'm saying? And them women probably broke their heart, and I guarantee you because you probably was too nice. I guarantee you that. I'm telling you, that's just what it is. So, you know, some women, they say that and they be trying to be facetious, like, you know, oh, you coming from a hurt place. Yeah, I think it does have some kind of hurt involved in it. But at the end of the day, though, you know what I'm saying? It's just that not doing all that, like not going out your way, just like this right here. You could be a nice dude, right? Go out and you think to yourself, okay, I'm gonna go be nice and I'm gonna go, you know, buy a round of drinks for these beautiful ladies sitting over here at this bar and be nice to them. And you know, you thinking that maybe they'd be decent enough to have some kind of, you know, courtesy of talking to you. And what they gonna do? They probably gonna take the drinks, probably laugh at each other, hit each other, and then after that, they're gonna be waiting for you to get them move on. So the next dude who been standing over there looking at them, who didn't offer the nice gesture you did, they gonna holler at him. That's what happens. And then on top of that, you sit back in the corner and you realize, oh shit, I didn't have to do all that. This dude just came and just bought these girls some drinks. That's simple. You know what I'm saying? They didn't played you. They put you in that position. Women have created the narrative of this shit. Nobody has came out and said this because it's just something that just hasn't been just brought up. But at the end of the day, that's just it. There ain't no other way around it. So, you know, what's a simp? See, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Men have identified it, right? They peeped it out. They realized what's going on. So what happens is now that they got to backtrack on it. Oh no, that's not true, because they want men to continue to simp. That's why they talk shit about it. That's why they say, well, he doing this, he doing it. He know they ain't simping. No, it is simping, and they want you to continue to do it because guess what? They benefiting from it, not you. All they gonna do is just shun you. All they gonna do is blow you off. They gonna act like, you know what I'm saying, that shit like, you know, it ain't nothing, you know, like, cause you a sucker enough to goddamn go fall for the shit. At the end of the day, everything that's been said, everything that's been going on, man, y'all can still do that shit, fellas. Don't fall for that bullshit because they the ones that made the shit the way it is. They designed the game was completely different. As soon as they came out and really started waking guys up on some simp shit, and simp just that ain't just that one. It ain't narrowed down to that one scenario I'm giving y'all. It's a lot of shit you can do. Validation, just trying to goddamn prove yourself to a damn woman who don't even give a fuck about you. At the end of the day, that's what it is. Woman don't care nothing about you, ain't got no intent on fucking with you for real. None of that. There's no even trade in the situation. At the end of the day, that's it. Listen, any guy meet a woman, this is what I recommend. If you meet a woman to keep yourself out of that simp shit, man, just take out for drinks. Just go out for drinks. You get to know her, get to talking. If it's a woman who she off the top want to do more than that, she wants something to eat, she want to do this, want to do that, and y'all really haven't had no type of real rapport with each other, and she looking for all of this shit on the first day, and she feel like, well, this ain't nothing, it's just a date. I guarantee you, man, you do all that shit you want to, you'll never hear from again. Cause some women don't respond well, but that's why I talk about behavior. That's why I talk about, like, you have to, like, understand, like, what's, like, who's into you and who's not into you. You gotta tell the difference. Cause I promise you, man, like, at the end of the day, you gotta look out for yourself. If you sit back and you actually think that a motherfucker really into you like that, they ain't gave you no real interest, they ain't did none of that shit. Back in the day, it was a popular, you guys feel like it was a fair chance. But once they expose all that simp shit, hey, see, now we got a defense. And we can actually goddamn act off that shit and defend ourselves in a good way. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta fall for that shit. Some guys, they still do it. Some guys, they still go out here and all that. So let me go back to this. Back to the Russell Wilson shit. The thing with Russell Wilson is The reason why he's being called a simp, first off, like I said before, I didn't call him a simp. You know what I'm saying? Society called him a simp. They saying he simped. He simped out because of how he went about doing the shit. His teammates, his guys, all these guys, they called him corny. It's guys he's in the locker room they call him corny. I didn't call him corny. Now, they already labeled him a weak guy. And so when she walk out the house with something like that on, when she with him, they feel like off the top, he ain't got no control over it. And I mean, 9 times out of 10, if that's what it seems like, that's what it is. I remember, I go back to this again. I said this right here. I said Michael B. Jordan, he simped out for trying to goddamn wife go with Laura Harvey early. I said this off the top. You know what I'm saying? And motherfucker came in, how you know, it's probably true love, it's probably this, it's probably that. And I said, well, if it really comes out to that, then, you know, it's not a simple situation. But the reason why I say he's a possible simp in the situation because he see how many dudes she been with. He saw exactly the timetable of all of these situations. And he's still trying to goddamn do the shit, knowing gun well this girl's capable of like being a certain way. She's capable of leaving them. They're capable of breaking up. She's capable of that because that's not what she wants. You know what I'm saying? I said this, and what ended up happening, that's what happened. They end up breaking up, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to be serious, she don't. So, you want to know what a simp is? That's some simple ass shit, because he should never try to do that shit, because he already knew what type of woman she was. See, it's all about you knowing better. When you know better, then you're not gonna do certain shit. You know what I'm saying? So guys know better now. So they identify the shit when they see it. Oh man, you know. And so all she doing is putting it out there. If he was a wild dude, I'll put it like this real. If she was with Future, that's matching Future energy, like the type of doing some shit like that. I could see Future out with a woman that's doing that. But also, I know one thing too. Future ain't gonna marry her. Future ain't gonna have no goddamn. It's not gonna be like that. He's not gonna marry her. You know what I'm saying? He gonna fuck with her. You know, he might get her pregnant. I mean, which he's shown all that already. Like he with that shit, but he might get her pregnant. But he didn't marry her though. Brother wasn't to marry the woman, and she's still walking around here like a regular goddamn woman with Future. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference, man. Like for real. So if y'all confused about that simp shit, man, like you make good decisions. You don't put women who don't deserve that type of attention, and obviously they out for themselves, or they out for a different purpose. You don't like put women like that on a pedestal and do the most when you know that you're not in a winning situation. At the end of the day, she's gonna fuck around and probably goddamn shit on you. You have to like take control of that and not fall for that. Plenty of dudes out here that have been through that. They have went through it, that changed their life and fueled them and gave them motivation to do more and be stronger men. And that's it. And it's a learning lesson at the end of the day. But guess what though? They don't have to be you. And I wouldn't pay attention when nobody talking about. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's a woman that you love, a woman that you care about, a woman that shows you that back, now that's a totally different situation. That's nowhere near the same when there's something like that going on. But at the end of the day, you don't have to do that for a woman who ain't showing you none of that back. You know what I'm saying? That's my free game for the day, man. Y'all be easy.